Hey guys, JamiyJamie, and today in Roblox we're going to look at uh, GUIs or guys, however you pronounce them, things that you put in start guys to show up on screen, and we're going to put them into a brick, so when you touch the brick, the guy or GUI appears on the screen instead of being on when you spawn in. So just ignore the dummy because that's an experiment I'm trying, which kinda is failing right now. But what you want to do is insert a brick, or you can just I'll put this model in the description so you can take it and you know like how it works. But what you want to do is take this brick. Inside this brick is a script. This just shows you that it takes the example guy or GUI that is placed into the script, so like that. You can change the name of the GUI or guy. I prefer guy, to be honest. You can change it to to example GUI, or you can change these texts to what the GUI you're putting into the script actually is. I prefer calling it example GUI. And actually, this is my shop frame from my new improved shop guy, I guess. So basically what I've done from my shop guy is took out the open button so you can actually get onto the GUI, because if you don't take the open button off, you'll be able to close the script, or not script, you'll be able to close the GUI, then reopen the GUI with that button. So I took that, so once you close it, you have to touch it to open it again. But right now there's a problem that you only can open the GUI once every time you die. So say I touch it, I close it, if I touch it again it won't open, so I have to reset, then touch it again. So kind of a downside unless you're pretty much doing it for like sword fighting games, gun games, any fighting games. So we'll quickly take a look at what it shows you. So if I just go to my profile and press play, so just wait for this to load up, play, and I'll show you exactly what it does. Oh, and I might as well point out that while it's loading, in the model down in the description, I won't be adding my my guy or GUI, whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it from guy now because that's getting quite annoying. You don't. This my guy isn't gonna be in it. So if you want the guy or any guy, you just want to insert it from wherever you can find it in toolbox. Put it in, slap it in scripts, change it to example guy, and then it should be alright. So as you can see, just get rid of all this gear. Don't want any of this on. So if you walk over to it, as you can tell, I'm close to it and you can't touch it. I'll explain why that is important soon. So if you touch it, it'll open. So like my normal shop guide, there'll be an open button if I press close, and I'll be able to press open to reopen it, and so on. So now if I retouch it, it's not going to reopen. So now if I reset, however, and then go over and touch it, it should reopen. So I'll just quickly do that now. Oh. Yep, so that's that to do that. So let me just go off this and tell you about a few more things that you can do it. So what you can do on it is go into script, and so this is like good for small objects or big objects, depending on how you want to do the part. So you can change the part to whatever you want, like blue. Let me change it like one minute. Okay, that. So I won't click on it right. So you can change it to whatever you want. I just put it as black and a bit squarish, so you can change it to however you want, so however big you want it, however small you want it, and place it wherever you want on the map, as it is movable. that doesn't really matter, so let me just put this back up in the air. I think about there, or I'll just undo it to be honest. So that's that, and as you can see on the script, this says false. If you change this to true, oh damn it, let me just quickly save. Check how long I've been, this would be quite a long how to, but it should be alright. So if you save it, then press play on the place. This actually changes the properties of the script too. So if you have it false, it will allow you to touch it, then get the guy. As I said before, there's something you can do if you don't touch it, which if you change it to true, that is what changes it. So let me just get back on, and I walk up to it. As you can tell, I didn't touch it at all, and the guy shows up, so let me just walk away, go back to it, doesn't work, and just reset, and you should be able to do it again. So if you want it so you can just walk up to it and it'll appear you're actually touching the brick, you can just change the false to true like I just did. But as you can see, that only works once per game, which is kind of a huge letdown. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but if you are good with scripts, you should be able to figure out a way to change it and make it so you can just do it no matter how many times you die. But as I'm not that good with scripts, this is all I could probably do. And I've had actually a few people requesting that I did something like this, and today I actually got someone who added me on Skype to help him finish one of these. So I decided that it would be a good idea to make a video on it finally. As you can see, it's quite not impressive, but it does a job, sort of, I guess. So yeah, that's all that. I don't think there's anything else you want me to explain or I need to explain, but the guy who added me on Skype to actually work with him to make this, or well, he like asked me for help and I tried to help him. This guy added me on Skype, so his name's Narwhalol, I guess Narwhalol. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but he's a pretty cool guy. He had me on Skype to try and get him to do that, so shout out to him for what was I going to say right now, for actually getting me to make a video on this. And I just realised that reflectancy actually does reflect, so that's another thing to point out. So I think that's everything about this. There isn't too much to explain, except from maybe the example guy has to be a screen guy. So if you just type in basic objects screen guy and then put your stuff in there, such as frame, and that should be all. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment, tell me what games you want me to play, or like what else you want me to make a how-to on, and I'll try my best to do so. So see you later, guys.